So, this is Ukraine Redux. This is taking the lessons we have learned from last time round then and doing them again. So, I have already generated Ukraine and set it free. I did that just before we started, just so I could capture the screenshot. And that means we currently have an absolute monarchy with a ruler who is, handily, armed forces. He is moderate, so he has no specific stances. He's neither hated nor loved. He's giving more strength to aristocrats, which is mildly annoying. Does give us a bit more authority, which is potentially nice. He is politically neutral, and he is aged 39. Yeah, I think we did last time. We managed to re-roll a few times. I don't mind doing... Should we try a couple of re-rolls? But this guy's not bad. I'm going to save him. But we will try... two. Let's save him on that one. And then I'll tell you what, we'll try two rerolls and see if we get anyone better. If we don't, we will play with that dude. So let's try one reroll. And it's handy because it reminds people how you can set Ukraine free yourself if you want to play as Ukraine. Now, why are we rerolling? Because user stats are generated for monarchs uniquely whenever you release a nation. So by doing this as Russia, we then go to the diplomacy option. We go release subject. We select Ukraine. We select play as Ukraine. I really like that they added that. And then we click here, and then we get this dude who is Orthodox Church, so we don't want him. Definitely not. You know, there is different ways to play. But we kind of want to not spend ages fighting our people. So let's just try a second reroll, and if not, we'll revert back to loading that save. But I think we'd have to be phenomenally lucky to get an intelligent leader, because I think it does calculate the percentages of likelihood on interest groups based on the interest group makeup of your country. So I'd actually expect us with Ukraine to mostly get either Orthodox Church or landowners. I'm slightly surprised our other dude was armed forces, which is tolerable for us. But let's see if we get someone different. So we got Levar Omelianovich Pavlenko, who is landowners, jingoist, and disliked. So I think we'll probably just go with our... Oh, go on then. We'll do one reroll. We'll do one final reroll. Third time lucky. But if not, we'll load our army dude. Who are we invading today? Well, based on last time, we will at some point be invading Argentina. Uruguay and Argentina. But yeah, we will roll one more time and just see if we get a better ruler. Yeah, I mean, the ruler we rolled first time wasn't bad in the grand scheme of things. But let's just... Oh, we got a queen. We got a queen. Queens are nice. We've got Hratovsky Ohanovsky. She is landowners, which isn't ideal, but she is moderate. And she's direct, so she gives political strength to officers. We could play as her if chat likes the idea of playing as a queen or a king. I can work around the fact that she's in landowners. What is Vicky 3 like? It's still a work in progress, definitely. You'll play the game a fair bit on speed 4 or 5 at the moment. It is very good base game already. I think there's been complaints about stuff in it, but I think they did it right. They got the good stuff out. Right, chat, you're going to get a vote. You can play as our landowners. Let's do a 2-minute vote. 2-minute poll for you. Do you want who to rule? Do you want our landowner queen or our armed forces? Yeah, cat, move your ass. Armed forces king. There you go. That is a 2-minute poll. Get your votes in. Aristo Queen is still an Aristo. She is. While you're voting, I'm just going to talk about why we were talking about invading Ukraine. One of the things invading Argentina. So one of the things we discovered 5 weeks ago from our test playthrough this is once we tick over, we are going to start as a relatively large and powerful, theoretically, nation. Just one that has precisely 0 industrial base. But we do have a lot of the key resources we could use to build up a decent industrial base. We have access to lead, iron, and coal. What we don't have access to is sulfur. And sulfur is going to be pretty critical for us. And sulfur is quite prevalent down over here. There aren't a lot of places in the world we can colonize that aren't already kind of have interests in them already from the major powers. So, as we worked out last time, if we push on colonial, there's a chance we can basically go to war and attack Argentina and get stuff down here. I think my biggest complaint is just one related to my preferred countries I play. I like to play underdog countries, making them into powerhouses, and mostly it's focused around the big countries. That is 100% true. We will return to playing Zulu at some point because we had fun with that. But yeah, there is they really need to, and again, it's understandable. It's the early days of the game. There's not a lot. It can be, if you're trying to play as a small nation, there can be a certain lack of flavour at the moment. But, you know, they'll build up on that. I'm not too fussed about it. I've also got a little bit of a quiet mod I'm building up on the side, adding sort of flavour for small nations. I'm calling it Small Nations mod. And I am open to recommendations for content to that on Discord, which is !Discord. Votes are in. Interesting. Armed Forces King won. Almost the cursed percentage. 53 versus 47. Almost the cursed percentage. But Armed Forces King it is. Okay, right, well, chat has spoken. Load game. I'll tell you what, though, I will save her, because she's not bad. Shall we save her as a different save, just so we can do it a different time? Or the game could crash. Which would kind of answer our question for us. Game disagrees with Queen. Exactly. Let's restart that, shall we? But yeah, I do think small countries, I think, are a work in progress in this, and they will get better. Jopes, thank you for your resubscription. And Frogmelion, and user 1234567895567. Thank you for your follow as well. And Galathrin, I know you followed a few hours ago, but you might watch this later. Right, well. Armed Forces King it is. Right. So, we know from experience that we have a good industrial potential, but bugger all industrial centre. What we have just done is stolen almost the entirety of Russia's agricultural industry. We are, if I remember, swimming in wheat. But we also need to tick some stuff over because we don't have any diplomatic interests yet, which is going to limit our ability to do trade. So we want to declare some interests. We're going to go in the Baltics. We are going to go in northern France because we quite like to chat to Britain. We're probably going to go in Egypt. We will provisionally get down here. These will some of these are going to drop off. Be aware. But we will get them in. What is the small enclave next to Moldavia? That is Russian Dobruja. I would quite like to take that off of Russia at some point. More critically, though, in the short term, I feel like Circassia, based on previous experience, is not long for this world. Once our thing is built up there, I think we will pretty much be going straight into war. Need to take Egypt for more breadbasket. We have tons. Like, if we have a look, we have the benefit of black soil. So, and our population isn't bad. Like, we have a fair few peasants around that can be put into interesting jobs. We are not short on population. And if you look at the number of wheat farms we can build, like, we are breadbasket. Ooh, they got tiger forests over there. Where was that? Was that here? There. That might be good for our wood then, if we want to save that. They've got loads of peasants there. Research. What do we want research-wise? I suspect we might want to push on lathes. I suspect. No, probably atmospheric engine. Tools are going to be our biggest problem. Tools are always your biggest early game problem in this game. That would improve mines. We want mechanical tools. I suspect. What do we think? Lathes, then mechanical tools? We're already a massive breadbasket, so intensive agriculture is lower down my priority list than it would normally be. We've already got Napoleonic warfare. We don't have empiricism. That would be the other alternative, as we go for empiricism first. Let's go empiricism first. Did we start again? Yeah, save game problems, plus it's been 5 weeks, so we're treating the last one as a test run, and we're doing it this time round. So we're going to need stuff to build up. Our politics is we do have an armed forces ruler, which is potentially quite handy. Ooh, that does mean we can just about scrape a decent government with the intelligentsia and the armed forces, which means we can straight away start suppressing the church and the landowners. That feels like a bit of a no-brainer. South Ukraine will be on the menu again. Now, what do we want to get through? We kind of really want to weaken the aristos pretty quickly. And we don't want voting until we've done that. Ooh, we can go straight for serfdom abolished. Who's going to get annoyed by that? Everyone's going to like it apart from the landowners, and they're not going to get radicalized. I think we'd be silly not to try and get serfdom abolished through straight away. Let's also start suppressing them. And suppressing them. What else do we want to do? Ideally bolster them. We are eating into our authority. Do we have the slave trade? So currently we don't have slaves. We have banned slavery, but we do have serfdom. And that's why I'd quite like to get rid of serfdom. Because it gives them, it's going to massively weaken the landowners. And obviously it unlocks new production and everything else. So I think getting rid of that is a priority for us. In terms of taxes, I'd rather avoid upping those if we can and go for some consumption taxes. I think probably services and booze to begin with. Now we can get some trade routes in the moment we get our Diplo bits up. I think serfdom makes it difficult to draw on your peasants as a labour force. Yeah, that's why if we can get rid of it, we will. I think we are going towards Circassia as soon as we can. No point looking at our trade routes yet until our interests tick up. So let's just tick our interests up. Oh, actually, we can start construction. Let's get some construction sectors down. We want 2 of them. And we want 2 there. We'll split our construction centres up for now. And then let's just speed run until we get our interests up. Because we can't do anything until they're up. Okay, interests are up. Right. Who likes us, who doesn't? We could do with Russia not hating us early on. I think we're going to save before we do this, because if Russia come in on this war, we're kind of fucked. Best to only tax high in short bursts to balance things out. Yeah, I think if we can. We are going to start a Diplo play to try and take over that. Because we do have 81 units. We should be able, like, as long as Russia doesn't come in on this, we will pull this off. But the danger is if Russia decides to come in. But I'm not sure if they can. Do we start with a truce with Russia? I'm guessing we don't. No, we don't start with a truce with them, which is interesting. Yeah, see, look, we start technically as a 7th ranked world power. That'll fall away because we just don't have the industrial base to compete early on. But the quicker we can build that up, the better. So serfdom abolition is what we're working on. We've got that going down. Let's get some trade going on. So in our market, as you can see, we have an insane surplus of grain and of fabric. We're also producing wine. Let's see if we can do some economic rebalancing here before we start doing this. Right, what regions are producing what? So we have wheat farms in Kuban, which is down there. They are currently producing fruits. They've got citrus orchards on. Luhansk has 30 down, and they are producing wine. They're biasing wine over grain. Kherson has 15. And they are single crop grain farms. Volhynia has 3, and they're producing wine. Well, the main advantage of truces is they stop people. You can't get involved in a Diplo play against someone if you've got a truce with them. Kiev has got 45, and they're on single production. I think we're reasonably well balanced then with everything that we've got down. So we've got a strong wine industry, a small fruit industry. I'm tempted to flip that to fruit and sugar. And then we've got really strong wheat. So the question is, who wants to buy wine? Because wine will be a good export thing. We can encourage exports on that. Who wants wine? So we can sell that to the Austrians and the Russians. The British want it as well. We could kind of do with a trade deal with the British. The British liking us would be quite useful. Let's have a look at who wants wheat. The Prussians really need wheat, but it's a lot of ships. But we do have the ships for it. I feel like Prussia, Austria, Ottomans are the obvious wheat markets for us. Selling our wine to the French would be an accomplishment. True. We're going to eat into that wood very quickly. Cloth, we do have a bit of surplus. The Brits want a lot of cloth, and they're prepared to pay for it. I think we're not going to optimize around selling cloth, but we will accept we are selling cloth. And wine we will sell to the Russians, the British, and the Austrians. Yeah, we don't have an interest in it in the Two Sicilies though, so we can't sell there. I think we've got enough surplus that we can sell some more grain. We'll sell it to the French. We'll sell it to the Chileans, maybe? Oh, the Brits do want some. Okay, we'll go with that. I don't want to eat up all our bureaucracy because we're going to need it. Okay, that's probably a good chunk of trade routes down. We do have a small arms shortage. Let's buy them from the Brits. We're absolutely going to end up with a tools shortage the moment we start building, so tools factories early on are going to be good for us. What we don't have is iron. So in terms of our buildings, we've got 2 constructions going down. Do we have any tooling? Right, what actual urban buildings do we have? Bugger all. We've got some food industries and that's it. Right. Kiev, I suspect, is going to be our tooling workshops location. We've already got an infrastructure boost there. But before we do that, we're going to want iron. How we started this game, Ukraine wasn't independent at the start. You can release Ukraine and play as it from Russia. So that's what we did. Right, iron, big iron and coal area there in Luhansk. Gets the infra boost off the Dnieper River. Kursk gets wood. That's our other potential coal site is Rostov. So maybe if we're optimizing around coal out of there, Luhansk, let's get the iron out of. I want 3 iron mines. And then I want 2 tooling workshops. And then we'll rehash. Kiev, yeah. I don't think we can rename, unfortunately. They will add that eventually. Right. I think that is everything we want to start with. So let's see what happens now. Oh, we can do some diplomacy. Britain's got French rivals. Not that fussed about that. We do want to bring in improving in relations with them. I suspect improving relations with Austria would be quite useful early on. I think maybe we'll want to see how everything else falls before we do anything else. Can we recruit a general? Oh, we can get an intelligentsia general. Yes. Absolutely. And we can promote him once. Now, hopefully they might even back down and we might just get terrain for free. Keep Austria on side of steaming into South America. They always end up with Brazil. Yeah, I mean, well, Austria is our handy neighbour to be good at buddies with, that we can trade into the market of. And potentially have as a bastion against Russia would not be bad. We are going to be short of artillery. Sugar we shouldn't be short on. Paper we will be. Let's see if we can import some paper from somewhere. Let's get some paper from there. Now we are heading into bureaucracy danger levels, which will be annoying, but we'll see what we can do. Market access in Kiev is already low. Yeah, we're going to need railways sharpish. We are going to need railways pretty damn sharpish. Let's save that as that. Now the issue is if Russia comes in on this. Hopefully they won't. Intelligentsia, I bet is the model of the modern Major General. Well, quite. Less worried about artillery goods shortages at the moment. Technically, we're still making money, but that'll change. Get some music, please. I mean, I'm not surprised they're uncertain. It's going to be 40 versus 6 unless someone comes in. They're building rye farms in Kursk. That's getting fucking deleted the moment it pops into being. We're going to have to be a bit nimble on that in territory where we're worried about population. Oh, Santa Ana got captured. That doesn't happen as often as it used to. That means Texas is probably going to survive. They'll end up getting absorbed by the US, but Texas is going to survive. Britain is thinking of going to war with China. We're going to lean in on that because if they probably won't call us in, but if they offer us anything in that, we will go in with them. Looks like we are fighting this, but hopefully it'll be a short war. Like, I doubt they will call us in because they can handle the Chinese. But if they turn around and go, oh yeah, we'll offer you anything, we will absolutely do it. Right. Us versus Circassia. Reasonably confident we'll win this one, chat. That might make them call us in, we'll see. $36 of ours going up against 6 of theirs. We're going to win that quite handily. How's our construction coming along? Right, our first 2 construction centres are down, so that means these 2 will go down. I think we're going to win that battle. Ah, yes, that famous scene of Ukrainian troops landing in China. Well, as I say, we're going to go to war with Argentina if we do it right, so... We need to get lucky on our serfdom abolished events, but I think it's worth pushing for it. If we can do it now without radicalizing the landowners, it's just the best time to do it. We do have a bit of spare authority for now. We may want to think about another tax. Let's do a wine tax. Right, the Brits didn't want this in. They're confident they can win. I'm not actually as confident that they can win as they are. That would give us a journal item to build a local arms industry. Or we can get the arms forces annoyed at us and British infamy is decreased by 5. I think we're going to go with that because we do kind of want a local arms industry. How's Angry is giving you pushing an unpopular law on attacks? I'm alright because it's low radicalism. I think we'll be alright. You know, they're going to grow slightly, but we're going to get some standard of living increases relatively quickly. And serfdom going through is going to cheer people up, so we'll be fine. The main issue at the moment is shortages. I think we might want to have a look at what our stuff is doing here. There's not a lot of point pulling in that when we don't have the sugar supply. I think we just do that. To what extent do you reckon abolishing serfdom is a priority no matter what country? Right now, I think it depends on what style of country you're playing. As they improve it so that it becomes more... it's annoying because of bureaucracy hit, but... I'd rather have that than the extra radicals at this point. If you're trying to... I think it's generally quite important to get serfdom abolished. It just is. Right, can we get peace out of this now? We are proposing that we get Circassia. How about we finish this war? Thank you very much. Right. 54 is fine at the moment. What's unproductive? Because we might as well cancel unproductive stuff if we're not using it. Let's not cancel the arms from the British. Right, things we want to do. I do want to protect our domestic wood supply. Right, Russia 1 is not profitable. Let's get rid of that because it's going to cut our bureaucracy deficit at this point. Yeah, police first law is also very good. Again, it depends on what your goals are. I mean, if you're trying to radically reduce the power of the aristocracy, then the police laws, the bureaucrat laws, and getting rid of serfdom are your kind of big ones. Right. We're short on artillery, but what would our other unproductives? British don't want grain anymore. I kind of want to keep importing arms from them at the moment. I'm more likely to cancel that. Because we want the British to like us. We want a British trade deal. And they're not that so far off. They are cooperative towards us. I think essentially once we can start shipping them coal, that will kick in. And remember that this drop is only temporary. We do have terrible government capacity, I suspect. Like, ridiculously inefficient. But yeah, I think that the thing with this is it's the same as anything. It's like you need to play it how you want to play it. We're floating in an authority. Oh, hello. Yes. Nice. In which case, Prussia, if Prussia like us, Prussia, buddy, pal. Old buddy, Prussia. Is there anything else you want to buy from us? Buy what you want from us, Prussia. Who's Prussia's rivals? Oh, rival to Austria. We don't want to get rival to Austria. Big draw for me is with the eating serfdom is reducing mortality. That too. Not convinced Rye Mines in Kursk is the best investment of that, but let's do that order. What I'd like to do is go iron frame buildings. We're going to need a lot more iron for that. What we need to do is when we build this iron mine is we need to... Oh shit! Streamer luck. Streamer luck, everyone. Yeah, pre-recorded. Do we have coal? We have access to lots of coal. We don't have coal yet, but we do have access to lots of coal. But like going to pig iron tools as quickly as possible would be good. Right, that's what we want to get to, because if we can get some of that. Right, politics. Can we get away? Right, that's going to radicalize the landowners. We can't afford to radicalize the landowners yet. Intelligentsia are going to oppose that, but they're not going to hate it. So that might be one we want to go with next. Can we get... Oh, no, we can get dedicated police force through. Let's get dedicated police force through. If we can get that through now, that would be good. If we get that through, I think we can then do appointed bureaucrats without pissing off the landowners. Let's get ourselves some popo. It's all about the popo. We will then have a bureaucratic shortfall, but that's fine. Right, how is our iron mine looking in terms of generation? Like, what is the theoretical cap that can produce? Oh, shit, where are they building tools? You absolute beautiful people. Bessarabia. Yeah, I don't mind you building tools there. You absolute beautiful people. An affair between Yevhen Herekov and Arkady Koniavsky's spouse has reached our ears, threatening to affect his public image if we don't destitute the general. I just fell on her, I swear. He'll step down and Arkady Koniavsky gets syphilis and the landowners get applauded for integrity. I'm going to take that one because that's our intelligentsia general and we want him. Right, we're going to get some streamer luck again. I'd quite like some streamer luck again. Give me all the streamer luck. Let's go 5 for a while because there's not much we're doing apart from waiting for stuff. What we maybe want to do is... There's nothing we can do to improve there, so... Oh, we did get a boost on it. That's nice. Second iron mine goes down in 4 weeks. Right, let's get our tooling workshops down. And then we're going to massively flip to... Frankly, we've got the money. I'll tell you what, no, it's no point us flipping construction methods yet. How's their tooling workshop coming along? 98 weeks. What's spreading naturally in tech? So we're doing empiricism. Paddle steamers is spreading, which is nice. Lathes, nice. We want lathes. Because we want to go mechanical tools. And then atmospheric. We need to push on railways. A largely peaceful demonstration for preserve no police has been violently broken up by the local militia. It's a 25% chance that we get a boost. And a 75% chance we don't. Take a 10% hit to it, and rural folk don't get political measurement thing. 50% chance we get a plus 15, or a 50% chance we get a minor, and we get radicalism. I'm going to take that because I'd quite like to not have radicals. I know it knocks us down to 12, but we'll keep it going. I think avoiding radicalization as much as possible at this stage is quite useful. Now, what I also want to have a look at is we've got that build arms industry in our journal. Didn't we get that in our journal? Maybe we didn't. Right, the moment this is built, it's going straight onto that. As is that. Right, first tooling workshops are down. That should be pulling in the iron mine workers now as well. Uh, 10% boost, 25% chance, 75% chance we get a 20% boost. Let's go conservative. Right, that gave us empiricism. I think we're going to go atmospheric engine. So we really do need to push on railways. Use go radicalize first and then de-radicalize later. I mean, it can work. I just know we're going to do a lot of stuff that's going to radicalize people. Right, why do you have a shortage of tools? When we are producing tools. Where are our tools going? Logging camps and iron mines. Okay, for now, I'm going to import iron. It's a temporary measure. But give me some Austrian iron. Russia is being belligerent towards us. That's not useful. 15% chance boost, yes. Right, we need more tools. Not being able to subsidize stuff is screwing with us slightly. Right, okay, we're getting some tool production now. This is working, this is working. Okay, we're good. Okay, now we're cooking. Because their tool workshop is going to come off the... there. Iron mines are going down. Oh, streamer luck. On the downside, we are now massively short on government capacity. Massively short on government capacity. But we can ditch some trade routes to help with that. Yoink, yoink. Yoink. Good afternoon, Z. Zidane redeemed a histofact. I've kind of told this one before, but I think it's a really good one, which is people don't realize in the Roman period how much of the economy of the Roman colonies of Britain was run by the Roman Navy. One of the major Roman Navy fleets was stationed in Britain to deal with all of this kind of coastland. And so much of the heavy industry in Britain was controlled and built by the Roman Navy to supply their galleys and ships and everything else. Huge percentage of industrial sites, like stretching right up into the north for the supply of raw materials from all of these areas down to this area where you had heavy production base. So we think of the Roman army as being the big thing in Britain. It really wasn't. The Roman Navy was. The army benefited from the fact that the Roman Navy controlled so much. Right, that did us a bit better. I suspect this means we want to get... One of the main problems is paper. Maybe we should get a paper down as quickly as possible. Let's get some more... We're going to run at a loss for a while. It's fine. We've got some money in the bank. We've got 1.5 million gold reserves. We're going to run at a deficit for a while. Let's... can we go up a construction level? I suspect we can. At the very least for one of those. It's going to spike tools and iron, but we've got another iron mine coming off. So let's go up in Kiev. And let's balance this out. So right now we're producing 40 and we've got a market imbalance of that. So one more iron mine is going to push us up to 80. And one more iron mine. We're producing 20 per level at the moment. So let's just dump down some more iron mines. Because I'd rather boost stuff by being more efficient. So that's going to push us up to essentially 100 production on iron. Let's get 8 iron mines down. Let's let them finish that government capacity boost. Absolutely don't need tea. What are they building? They're building tobacco plantations in Cuban. Fine. Go for it. Force projection is always a thing. Yeah, we are going to slip down the global rankings, but that's okay at the moment. I think we're going to drop that for now. We did just get banking, and we've just got lathes, so that's useful. Let's get these iron mines down, and then we need to be building probably in the coastline at the moment because of the infrastructure problems, potentially. Where do we want to put our paper? Let's get some... We can build cotton there. There's not a lot of other useful stuff we can dump down there, so let's get a paper mill down there. Thought and action. I am going to say respect the soldiers. Yeah, if you need tea, tea is the way to go. Although the big thing at the moment is ship shape. That's what you want to be pushing. Which, annoyingly, my button for is on my other view, I've just realised. Right, so how's our iron looking? Because as soon as our iron can support flipping, we will. But I want that imbalance down. I think we're also going to, in market terms, try and protect our iron. Because I don't want our iron being siphoned off. I want that protected. I also want to get our first arms industries down. Really want a trade route with Britain. Minus 29. Prussia and Austria are at war. Prussia is winning at the moment. What's that war looking like? Let's have a look. Who's involved? Yeah, Austria's on its own. Might be in trouble there. Oh, Britain, you beautiful, beautiful bastard. Oh, we could join the British Customs Union. That's quite tempting. But we can build our own economy without it. That would be the perfection. If we got our power projection up, we could do that. I think we get these iron mines down. Like, if we can get up to 40 construction and supporting it effectively, we'll do all right. Because we should be eating into our iron issues here. Oh, you stars. Paper mills in Kiev. I'd prefer that not to be my paper mill place, but if you're going to build it there, you're going to build it there. There's nothing I can do about it, so let's knock that off the radar. But that's again why we need railways, because we're going to have infrastructure problems there very quickly. Okay, our iron problem is sorting itself out. That's good. With our tooling workshops here, they're on pig iron as well. So we did flip all of our tooling industries over, or all of our... We haven't flipped all of our construction. YOLO. How's that going to leave us in tools terms? So I think tools is what we're going to be short on here. But I think if we can get this cycle of tools construction going on, we'll be all right. Mark Shifter, welcome back. Russia is trying to invade us. This is problematic. Ah, it's because Britain's dropped all of their interests. That no one's got interests in us. We might be fucked here, you know. We might be fucked. Yeah, this might be run over. Because neither the French nor the British are going to give us anything. Might have to. I mean, we can just surrender Cuban. Cuban isn't critical to us at the moment. It's got the lead, though. I don't think we get lead from anywhere else. Is the Russian army more advanced than ours? They won't be. Isn't there lead in Patagonia? It might be. There is lead there. I mean, build barracks is nice to say, but it doesn't actually help us. Like, we can slam down all the barracks we want, but unless we match the Russians straight up, we're not going to win, and we're going to tank our economy. I mean, we can try surrendering Cuban. I think what we've not been doing, what we probably should have tried to do, what we need is that. Problem is, no one's rivaling the... Who's rivaling the Russians? The Ottomans aren't going to come in on us. This is the problem, is you see that there's only 2 countries listed here. I think if anyone else had interests in this area, we'd be all right. Essentially, what we'd have to do right now is give up Kuban. Like, we just have to back down on this. Because unless that balance changes there... Like, if we could get the Ottomans in, we'd hold this. But we just don't have anything they'd take. And the Brits aren't interested. We need to go full ham for that. Even if we have to give them an obligation for it. Like, how far off are we with that? Minus 19. I think if we can get professional army through and our own little arms industry, we can actually hold the Russians next time round. See, Prussia rivals them. That's what we need. If we had a Prussian influence, we'd do it. Later on in the game, I feel like Russia... we could give this... Alright, there's a couple of things we could try here. I don't think right now we can hold Russia off, and I think it's going to disrupt our economic growth, and we're better off going full ham on economy. It's just the loss of lead is going to annoy us, but we should be able to import lead from someone, hopefully. See, I think if we had professional army and got lucky with our rolls, we'd hold them. I just don't think less than 2-1 is going to work for us. Let's leave it as long as we can. Fuckers. Putined us. Right. We really need to get ourselves a defensive pact with someone. They're building an arms... Now you're building an arms industry? Building it in Crimea? There's like 6 people and 46 peasants. 1,000 peasants there. Why are you building it there? That's getting deleted the moment it builds. Right, the iron mines are going to go down. We're going to need some... Because the other thing is, as long as we're producing our own armaments, it's going to work for us. Prussia should start liking us a bit more as well. Right. Tech. Mechanical tools is spreading. So do we maybe take that as an opportunity to push something else quickly? We've already got colonization, so maybe this just means we need to go full ham for Argentina early. So after we've got professional army through, we'll see if we can get colonization. These are going to take 5 years to research, less useful for us. Plus 10% authority right now would be really useful, because we are running an authority deficit. Actually, see, that's the thing, is we would have been able to do crystal glass, which would have been really nice. Although we could go Bessemer process and go steel mills. Let's go Bessemer. Right, we do need professional army. I think what we actually want to do then is... King intervenes. Yes, kings will be done. Get it through. Right, if Russia's going to be hostile to us, we need more troops. So 5 more iron mines is going to deal with our iron imbalance for now. Tools we are short of. We're on pig iron across the board. Right, professional army is through. Okay. Landowners and church are dropping. Intelligentsia are up. Armed forces are up. Colonial affairs. Are we going resettlement? Or are we going exploitation? That radicalizes trade unions. Both of them do, but trade unions aren't a problem for us. Industrialists aren't a big thing for us at the moment. I'd rather have resettlement, I think. Because basically, if we go that, then push on tools again. We'll take the modifier in enhance. We're already running an authority deficit. We can't afford more. I mean, I'm basically going to leave that there now. That we are giving a wider audience. That prestige boost is just too useful. You want to subjugate Montenegro? We'll help you with that if you want. You don't have 38 units under a general, so you look weaker than you are. I don't think that's true. I think it does doesn't it just calculate off of the base units you have in your army, not so much what you've got as a standing force. Basically, I would be very surprised if it calculates off of your standing force rather than what you've actually got hanging around. I mean, we can recruit another general. It's not a problem. Affects the force projection. I mean, maybe it does. Let's get another one in Dnieper. Does mean we're going to have to take someone from the landowners. What's the terrain over here? Because they're only going to have a small force. Well, actually, we'd take the forest guy, wouldn't we? No, I want a meticulous dude. Do we actually have a navy? Because if not, we should be building a navy. We do have a navy. Name a fishy general. I don't think you can name generals, can you? They really do need to add that. They're all landowners, which is annoying. Well, Sweden likes us. He needs promoting. But they both need promoting. We'll leave him main army promoted. Let's roll the dice. We rolled poorly. Let's try for that. We can always flip it back. He needs promoting because he can actually have another few boats. Yeah, let's give the Devout a hit in popularity. We need all those barracks. I don't like doing it this way, but we do. Ottomans are being cooperative. Let's improve some relations with them. Oh, yes. Do we offer the Prussians an obligation? I kind of feel like we have to. They're only on -12. We might be able to get that just with a few more bits. When's our truce with Russia up? 1840. Right, chat. 1846. Don't we have the Russian Black Sea Fleet? Yeah, basically we got the Russian Black Sea Fleet. Right, I'm going to save that because this isn't Iron Man and we're playing for fun. We're going to call that plus and... Right, if we went there, we could get an obligation. We could get an alliance, defensive pact with Prussia for an obligation. But it might be if we continue to build out our armies. They've just gone North German. They've just gone full Germany. Damn, that's an early Germany. What are they even going to do? Force us into their custom union is what they're going to do. If we can get that without the obligation, though. Yeah, 1844 Germany is like, that's the earliest I've ever seen Germany. I do think we can pull that off without. They're dropping cotton in Bessarabia. Righto. Hang on. What's our army quality at? Right, we've got 10 more units garrisoned. I do wonder if that does affect projection. Let's give it a go. Because we can have a general in the caucus. Don't want another landowner. Let's go church. Percussion cap's nice. Religious general in the caucus will work out well. Oh yeah, what could possibly go wrong? Jesus, Germany. Are you at war with France? Are you at war with Luxembourg? Are you going full Germany already? Are you like speed running Hitler? I'm going to take the enactment time boost on that because I don't want to risk it. We probably actually need some serious fucking artillery. Yeah, so that's just flipped back. So why is that flipped back? Out of interest. I'd like a bit more numbers on this. That's the thing I'd like more info on, is the numbers on this. Oh, is it because they're dealing with an uprising? Yeah, they're dealing with an uprising. That won't help. Yeah, we're all right on trade routes. Let's play out. We took a save. It's fine. Sweden having an uprising. No. They do have a rival with them. Like, we could rival Italy. We got Italy already. Jesus, Italy's formed as well. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it was a switch from protective to amicable. Hello, colonial exploitation. Now, the question here is whether Britain's going to get involved. Right, politics. What else are we trying to get through that we can get through? Can we get through appointed without pissing people off? The landowners oppose it, but they're not going to object to it. Oh, hey, the Heavenly Kingdom. Invade Uruguay again. Might be the best route. I think we need to flip our declared interests, because Uruguay's technically there. We can drop... We're not really doing anything with the Nile at the moment. Right, we are not building anything, and we should be. It's the problem of running on speed 5. We have a massive bureaucracy problem. I think probably getting some government stuff expanded is a good idea right now. Kursk is where we're really suffering. We're going to lose a ton of money while we're doing this, but it's fine. Right. Let's give this a go. Let's play the is anyone going to come in and stop us invading Uruguay game? We just lost a general. Armed Forces dude, thank you very much. Right, new tools in Cherson, that's fine, I think. What else are they building? People are declaring themselves neutral, which is a good sign for us. Come on, the Uruguay. Oh, we're going to be good. South Ukraine, here we come. Okay, mechanical tools. That means we should, as soon as we get Bessemer, we can go for railways. To arms! Who are we invading with? You are army dude, you are. Let's try and invade Uruguay. God, we're losing a lot of money. I feel like we can do some tax rises. Get some steel down, we can make more tools. So this will help. Oh, oh. Come on, noble Ukrainian forces. Right, that's Bessemer. Give me railways. Building wheat farms. Righto. Orthodox Church is pissed off. Yeah, let's piss off the Orthodox. Yeah, they are on filing cabinets. Yeah, we have economy issues. But we'll deal with it. We'll deal with it. Respect to the Ottomans. The Ottomans have held themselves together so far. Yeah, we're desperately short. Jesus, we're short on convoys. How do we end up so short on convoys all of a sudden? That's not helping us. You're on cargo ports, aren't you? Right, one more government administration is actually going to push us into not being under bureaucracy. So I'm going to do that. Let's boost the ports first. How we doing, lads? Good stuff. Keep up the good work. Feel like they probably will give in now. No, not yet. Fair enough. Clinging on to that tiny little bit there. Hello, Ukrainian and Uruguay. Now, we are going to need to integrate that. We might as well just do it, because it's a 5-year integration. Right. You're Ukraine, yeah. Now that gets us ashore. Which means we could just go straight away. I feel like we go straight for Argentina. Let's see if anyone else gets involved. So we want Santa Fe. That's going to get us the logging and the dye. Less worried about Corrientes for now. Tucumán is what we want. But there's nobody there. We can set them into the iron. They need the lead mines though. And Mendoza will get later on. I think lead is the bigger. Weirdly, oh no, sulfur probably is. We need explosives, don't we? Jesus. I mean, taking Argentina proper is probably a relatively good thing to do early on. So the sulfur there's sulfur in Mendoza. I think there's sulfur in here, if I remember. That's the one, isn't it, that's got coal, iron, and sulfur. I don't think we can colonize that. Yeah, we need to take out Chile and Argentina before we can colonize down there. Oh, we absolutely do want Chile as well. We're taking this whole bottom corner. We've just got to do it in a way that doesn't fuck the world off. And remember, the only way through to Chile is there's a pass up there. The thing is, if we... I mean, all of these are relatively low infamy. Like, how much we got left? 62. No, that's the state of Argentina, so that's that one. I think we do that first, which is going to give us all of that apart from that and that. That we're not fussed about right now. And that we'll come back for. Okay, we can support more declared interests, apparently. Gets back into Egypt. Now we're a major power. Does anyone like us? No, the problem is our infamy. We're now going to need our infamy to tick down before we can do anything. You're the landowners. You'll get mobilized. Furniture factory. Yeah, I'll take a furniture factory. We now have a massive deficit problem. Let's get that back up the top, shall we? As we've apparently got ships again. Anything else we can get through that's actually useful? National Guard, maybe? Trouble is an extra bureaucracy cost. That would be nice, I think. It's going to hit us in the authority again, though. I think maybe we don't do anything at the moment. Come on, censorship. Radicalizes the landowners, which you can't afford to do. problem. We might have to max tax at some point. We've got 19k in unrealized taxes, but we're not going to get there that quickly. And just a lot of that is waste. We might be able to eat into that. The thing is, all it's actually doing at the moment is giving us a -1 on interest groups, so I'm not hugely fussed about it. That's the bigger problem because of the tax waste. We are carving through those Argentinians like butter. I think we'll be alright. We can pull this back. How is it seen about? You click on here, and then you fix that panel in place, and then you look down here, and it's going to show you that we've got average uncollected taxes -17, and average tax waste 12%. Now, if you want to see where we're not collecting taxes, you do that under where your government capacity is short. So you see inefficient taxation capacity. You can see where we're missing out on money here. If we close that up, we'll be fine. Remembering that we have a much larger army now than we planned to, and we're fighting a war, so that should drop. We can drop that once we finish the war. Essentially, we're at the point now, if we stopped building, we would make cash. It's just not in our interest to do so at the moment, because we should get these down. Like, we are burning cash, but I think we are recoverable as an economy. Our main issue is just making sure that we don't... if the Russians declare on us again and we can't beat them, then we're screwed, basically. I suspect we've got a massive paper shortage as well. I'm not sure there's anywhere... Oh, we can get bits of it around. A trade deal with the British, so... buy it off the Russians. It might stop them declaring war on us for a bit. Basically, we're having to run armies bigger than we'd like. Right, they'll take that. Welcome to Ukraine. We border guard the shit out. And we take over their colonies now. Yeah, chat, ignore the border guard. Right, more critically, that gives us access to lead and gold. Now, what we could do we might really need to push on our arms industry. Right, let's have a look at where our market is fucked. Right, we still have a lot of grain. The Brazilians want grain. Brilliant. The Chileans want grain. Have some fucking grain. Gonna sell it to the Russians. We're gonna sell it to the Austrians. We're gonna sell it to the Ottomans. We'll sell it to the Egyptians. We'll keep building government capacity. Okay, for this I support whatever intervention any country decides to do. Yeah, for border goal reasons. Right. We can sell cloth to the French. And to the Austrians. Do it. Booze, we're very short on. Clothes, luxury codes. Paper is what we need. Right, I suspect our arms industry is not going to prosper because we haven't got any explosives under construction. So at the moment we're just building small arms. And we are short on small arms in the market. So maybe we should boost small arms up by 2. We seem to be slightly better off for ports now than we needed. I don't know what the blip was on that. Right, let's go with that. It's going to save us 1.9, but it drops our army projection. Not sure I want to do that right now. A luxury clothes tax would be an option if we stop suppressing someone. Actually, what we could do is stop bolstering the intelligentsia, which almost puts us in range for attacks, but not quite. But that is going to make people like us a bit more. So if we get rid of that tax waste, I think we'll break even. Is there any of the sulfur developed to at least 1? No. So we are going to need to do that. So what did we gain here? We've got some logging camps. Got some coffee now, which is good. Got a port there already. Some fishing wharfs, bit of logging. Don't really need that. Let's get rid of that. We could get some dyes here. Like, I'd rather be producing dyes and then we ditch the logs or the livestock because we don't really need them there. Okay, we are in the green again. We are cooking, chat. We might need to build some more ports in a bit, but we're floating around equivalence point, which is good. Because we brought a bit more construction industry on, I suspect, here. No, we didn't. Have they not got any construction sectors built? Now we could actually boost to iron frames across the board, but I don't want to until I know we're consistently generating a profit. If we clear off that bureaucratic deficit, I'll happily, at that point, flip us. Right, they are back to not hating us, which is good. Germany doesn't like us now, but Britain doesn't hate us. Who does Britain rival? Spain, they rival. Cool, we rival Spain now as well. I would like a bit more flexibility in diplomacy, but that'll come. Our interest is -4, 413. We're doing okay. Because we're floating between that and that, so... like, as that drops, we should consistently stay more in the green. Like, we just lost our Mexico trade route, but that's fine. %10 bureaucracy, that is enough for us to drive in another tax. Let's go with the tobacco tax. Okay, tobacco tax is in force. That means I think we should flip our... where's our other construction yard industry? Let's go full on that. The shipyards are losing money, yeah. But it shouldn't affect ports. I think what we are going to need is paper. Right, services is our biggest shortage. If we could get some lead production going, we could make glass. But arguably explosives would be more useful to us right now. Really like to do that, but I don't think we can yet. I think for streetlights we need glass and coal. Now if we can build up our coal industry, we can flog it to the British almost certainly as well. So I think arguably that's not as... actually no, I'm wrong there. I am wrong there. Let's get those armors industries up because we are running a market deficit, but let's just go with one. Now, everyone in this game wants coal in the mid-game. Essentially what we really need to be pushing on now is explosives, coal, steel, and then engines. If we get all of that, we can absolutely pump up our army and we won't have a Russia problem at all. I mean, taxing grain is always an option. You know, sometimes I don't have any strong opinions on the taxing of grain, but I mean, some people do. Right, we're back into positive diplomacy. Yeah, I mean, if we dump coal down, we could actually do things like, for example, just instantly flip those up to Atmo. Because we could do with getting our tools onto steel as well. I think if we get coal down, which is going to be Rostov, we get coal down, we get a steel plant in Cherson, and then we flip a bunch of stuff up a level. And I think arguably the best thing we could do with that money that we're now very much generating is get our construction industry up another level. Right, the other thing we could do is we've got the bureau capacity. Let's incorporate what we can. We can incorporate that one. The others we won't be able to until we get the other bits, but yeah, well, we need railways as well because we need railways to connect up our Kiev. Oh, they're building a paper mill. Fantastic. Get that paper mill down. Not really worth us buying artillery from anyone. Could buy some more paper. Sulfur and dye are going down, then we get another arms industry, then we push on coal and steel. Notice me, senpai. Please notice me, senpai. Oh, okay. Yes. Yes. That should help. The Ottomans done their war with their standard war with Egypt, which, are they winning it? Can we convince the Austrians to read? We absolutely fucking will. We are getting that back from Russia. Don't you worry. Don't you fucking worry. More interested in the Ottomans collapsing so we can get Moldavia. Right. Are there any things we want to do? What laws would we like to get through at the moment? We'd like to change our trade policy. Migration controls would be nice. There's no better level of government reform for us. So I think we are kind of stuffed on laws right now. Some schools somewhere. Yeah, I mean, I think we will be all right once we get these. So once we get the steel and more industrialists down, that's going to help us massively. I think Luhansk we will probably get our motor industries down in. Arts Academy in Kiev. Sure, Jan. Can you not build some universities? Universities would be nice. China, Heavenly Kingdom popped onto the scene a little while back, so I think this is their second time around. Right, first of our coal mines is going down. We could drop a tax, but I'd rather get to a point we can do that. Okay, railways are unlocked. Right. What do we want? Crystal glass is spreading. Really fucked off we lost our lead mines. I think maybe we go general staff. The sooner we can get to skirmish, the better. If we want to kick the shit out of the Russians, the sooner we can get to skirmish, the better. We have some Argentinian available now. We potentially have some Argentinian lead available. We're going coal, steel, motor, lead. Let's industrialize. What we really need is an education push, but that's hard. Nobody wants to educate the kids. We need to... Annoyingly, the church want that, but no one else does, and we can't get the church in government. So unless we got rid of state religion... Oh, we could go for freedom of conscience. Let's go freedom of conscience. Right, coal, steel, lead. Yeah, we will need munitions. We'll get munitions down. We're going to need explosives before we do that, though. Where are we building our explosives? It's probably going to have to be Kursk. Or Kiev. We're going to need... Do we actually want to go for that yet? Because we need nitro first. Let's go back this way. There's no point until we've got factories down for it, the explosive factories for it, is there? We need chemical plants. Like to put the boom boom near the sea. Where's this going to peak out at? If it holds there, we're fine. Just watch that for me, chat. Tooltip massively fucking lied. Tooltip lied to us, chat. I'll be writing to my MP to complain about the tooltip lying to us. Three years left on integration of that. Can't incorporate that yet. 11 months on Uruguay, which is nice. That's annoying. We'll keep it up, because if it passes, it's good. But if that creeps much higher, we'll have to deal with it. Never trust a tooltip. Yeah, you're not wrong. Don't like going speed 5 when we got a revolution brewing. Right, these are going straight to Bessemer. Because these are getting flagged up to... Essentially, we should have a nice loop of stuff that kicks in here. As soon as we get these 2 steel mills off. Don't you dare. Part of the problem is we really need to start looking at standard of living improvements. Once we get the industrial economy down, we can deal with the standard of living. Where are you building iron mines? Crimea. Why would you do that? There's no fucking people there. Yeah, we'll get that down. We will get that down. Sure, Brazil. Coal input shortage is going to sort itself out because now people will want to make coal. Yeah, the Ukrainian Orthodox, I'd have thought. As soon as that drops, we're going up to new tool levels and then more iron. We go up an iron level. Right. So what we should be able to do now is do that. And we should be able to do the same here. We're actually short on wood now as well. We're generating a lot of hardwood. Can we flip some stuff off of hardwood? Because we're not really using it at the moment a lot. Where the wood at? Coal mines, there's a mines, logging camps. Right, Kursk. Like, you can just be softwood. I think basically we leave Volania maybe on that, but anywhere else should just be softwood. And I think right, were there other tools places around? Yes. Everyone is going on steel tools, which should mean that you can now go onto that. And I'm pretty certain we can afford to do that now, which is going to help with our radicals. How can I tell I've got sufficient tools? By instinct and pure fucking guesses. I'm close. I wasn't far off. Yeah, raw skill, which you will never have. 80% steady. Come on, we need a bit of streamer luck on this tick. Knocking down some banana plantations, righto. Steady. They're burning some clothes factories, that's good. Right, we have plenty of iron in the marketplace. This is good. Short on tools, but we're going to address that. Steady. We've got our lead mines going down. I mean, I might drop that one. No, it's too useful. Let's get the lead mines down. Now, did I spot we could integrate another province? Yes. Oh, we are so close to getting this through. Grain, booze, and wood. Shouldn't be paying that much for grain. We could... Oh, hang on. Can we go up on services? We just need coal. And we should have the coal capacity to do that. Fuck. Come on, you bastards. It's because we used all our stream luck up at the beginning of the stream. Why do I not run atmosphere? Well, I am now. But mostly I'm just trying to control, because I'm trying to coordinate it with our tooling industry. Because obviously we've now got a massive tooling shortage. But we can fix that, because there's 2 more of them coming down. We're 80 short, so 1 more of them is going to add another 80. So 2 of them is going to push us into surplus again, so that should be fine. Hello, cat. How you doing, buddy? Is this you coming to tell me it's the end of my stream? You require hugs. Right, chat. Play to the god of streamers. Pray to the god of streamers, chat. No. 16. We're cancelling that. We're not getting that through. We didn't get the luck. Sometimes you don't get the luck. I'm putting another coal mine in Rostov. That's actually quite useful. So we can get 2 toolings down. Kiev. How much infra? Got a tiny bit of infra left before we start getting hit there. We're almost good enough to build our explosives. Nihilism. I'll be more likely to become nihilists. Do we care? I mean, at least it's an ethos. No, I've never seen that one before either. Right, that's intensive agriculture. That gives us chem factories. Let's get nitro, and then we'll flip back. So this gives us a chance to actually now build up. Oh, where are they building sugar? Mendoza. Okay. Right, Kursk. Give me some frickin' chem plants. Yeah, I know, Cat. I know. What's up? What's up? You're right. It is the stream time's over. Right, well, let's take stock. How are we doing? So we've got lead coming off here. How's our coal production looking? Right, so we're on the edge. We don't have a surplus of it. So maybe we go up to 15 coal mines here, because we know we can use them and we know we can sell it. So we get our 2 more tooling shops down. Then we do our chem plants, then we do coal mines. Because they should be getting all right. So they're paying more for services. So actually if we... So we could push that up as well. 30 more coal, I think it's worth it. We'll slap everything up countrywide once we get more coal going down. What's up? Yeah, give me 5 minutes and then I'll stop, okay? Because if we can get that dropping, then we can go back to trying to get the law again. So, lead mines are down. Right, what are we going to do with this lead? We're going to want it for weapons, aren't we? Now, how's our arms industry doing? Okay, so our arms industry at the moment is doing okay. So we could flip to rifles when we need to, but we don't yet. Stop. No, don't. I know, but don't headbutt the microphone. Now, we could flip one of these to starting to make artillery. So we have Crimean arms industries. So let's flip our Crimean arms industries to generating artillery as well. Crimea is our artillery place. So we've got explosives coming off, which would be good. We have got a motor industry down, which does mean we can start thinking about railways. I think the Ottomans managed to not lose their war with Egypt, which is quite impressive. Glass and bullets. Yeah, we want some lifestyle stuff as well, I think. So we've got tools, chem plants, coal, arms. We could use the lead for glass. I wonder if there's any good glass import markets. No. How are we looking on integration? Okay, that's incorporated, which is nice. That's 35 months. Incorporated. Can't quite incorporate that yet. We do want to go back and finish South Ukraine off, but I'd like to get things a bit more stable first. Textiles and Kursk. Okay, that's fine. Economically, we're doing all right now, I think. Look at that bit. That wasn't fun. But we've Keynesianed our way out of it. Man of wars are expensive, interestingly. Japan won't have opened up yet. Actually, maybe we should be declaring that interest in the USA. Oh, hang on. What's going on? They want to puppet Wallachia. And Wallachia wants independence. Ooh. I'd absolutely fight the Ottos. We're not entering the Austrian Customs Union. I think it's really sad that you can't offer to join a diplomatic play for some specific reward. They are adding that in the next patch. And I cannot wait, because I completely agree. Kind of fuck now, Ottomans. Oh, please. We want Moldavia. See, this is where it'd be nice to kind of go, I want Moldavia, if you call me in. Does it help me to join that war? Not unless they offer me something. Unless someone can think of a way it benefits me that I can't. But I don't think they'll call me in now because they've got Austria. Yeah, I never calls you in. I've had it offer me obligations before to side with them. I've never seen it offer territory, which is something they need to look at. But maybe that's just because I've been unlucky. Right, our radicals are dropping because of our standard of living increases. So if we can keep pulling that up. You've had them off for like one province. Yeah, see, that I would be hoping for out of this. We're not going to get it because they're all off to war, but... Chems are almost done. Grain shouldn't be expensive to our populace. It really shouldn't. So we've got a slight tool deficit. So let's get the tools in, another tools in before we get coal mines. Did we knock down... Have we got a dye building or not? We do have one dye plantation. So we probably could up our textiles in Kursk. Yeah, that war's not going well for the Ottomans. Our chem plants are all about the explosives. Let's be honest. It's doing alright on the iron. Coal will backfill that and that'll be okay. So the arms industries are going down. What we probably could do is... I don't really want to go... I think we can probably get away with that. Like, we are relying heavily on that sulfur mine down here, though, to actually be productive. That's now fully employed. That absolutely needs to go atmospheric engine. We kind of want that on railways as soon as possible as well. So that is almost a complete state, which will be good. So tools, coal mines. Like motor industry, if we get our... expand the sulfur mine. The main problem is population. Oh, we can support it though. They're building another tool mines as well, which is actually genuinely useful to us. Well, we will need more sulfur. What we could do is, for example, is we could look at what we need to think about is whether we want to go. We want munitions, don't we? If we go munitions, we get skirmish. That's going to need explosives and lead, which means we're going to need these churning out explosives, which is going to require sulfur and iron. Coal. Right, Chaco has finished. That should finish soon. We might be about ready to go to war with Argentina again, or we could go for Chile. Expand southern Ukraine. I also think we can actually support One more of them. Don't want to go mad with it, because we can still go up to steel frame. So we're going to ping on about another 200 coal capacity onto that. The coal mines are actually going down, which does mean if there's any buildings where we're not on services, we should just flip them all. Let's just get everyone onto gas streetlights now. That would be nice to do, but it's less of a priority. Essentially, we need to be in a position so that we can rapidly tool up the arms industry, because when we start flipping stuff over to skirmish, we're going to really get some imbalances very quickly. So we do need to start thinking about generating a proper surplus. Now, artillery is expensive. Rostov is dropping off in access, so Rostov needs our first railways. Railways is next. Railways is what we're dropping. Give me some railways. Give me the choo-choos. Because that's going to be particularly useful out here in Brazil. And we've already got the motor sites down for it. In fact, for now, I will delete those 2 coal mines. Let's get that going on. Does that have a port? Can actually build a port, which is good to know. But we've got the motor industry in place, so I think it's good to start just seeing how much of an impact we can have, because that's going to boost our steel as well. And the good news is our radicals are still dropping, because we are increasing standard of living. We've got excess steel production at the moment, so we're not using as much of our steel production as we could. Like if you go to our steel mills, definitely don't think they're working to full capacity. We've got surplus steel in the market. We need more coal. But arguably sorting out the infrastructure there is going to have the biggest immediate impact on that. Because we're using 32 out of 33. So railways goes down there. We then can always use ports beyond that, but I think 1 level of railways is good. Yeah, fine. Do what you want. So I suspect we're losing a ton of coal there. It would also mean we could then just build and flip production methods, because we haven't got a lot of peasants here. So I think we are kind of ticking along reasonably well now. Britain would take a defensive pact. That's getting somewhere. Get our ranks up a bit. Great Britain started an open market play against Japanese shogunate. Righto. 1857. USA is actually colonized properly. It's nice to see. They do love those arts academies. Yeah, we are going to lose. We need one more prestige to do that. Rush some navies. Should we rush a navy? Can you play as different countries in the UK or only the collective? You can release Wales and Scotland. Scotland's a really fun minor to play. Really enjoy playing in Scotland. I can't remember if you can release any of others, but you can definitely release Wales and Scotland. Right, 149, 332. Give me another 5 naval bases, and I tell you what, prioritize them. Because that is power projection. Power projection is good. Wales is the only one. I mean, it's hard, but I will do a Wales run at some point. Colonization of Mendoza is complete. Integrate. Incorporate. Right, we probably should, next time we pick this up, go back and finish off Argentina. What we could actually do, which will help on that, is we can afford it. Let's do that. That 10% should help, surely. Yeah, look, we have 209 and we currently have 213. So plus the extra navy. That going to annoy anyone? It's going to radicalize the intelligentsia. Let's not do that. Radicalize a lot of people. Allegedly, this isn't going to radicalize anyone again. Let's see if the game's absolutely lying to us again. We are absolutely getting all of this off of the Russians. I want to see Poland free as well. Because if we can get that through, we can get some schools in, which would be really useful. We do need to build some universities, actually. We haven't got any universities. But let's get our railways down first. Game, you're lying to me again. Game, why you lie to me? Why you lie, game? Why you lie? Just want to see if dropping tax would help. I mean, we can kind of afford to drop tax anyway. Reasonably certain we can make that up. But that got us nitro. Now we're going for skirmish. Oh, we're getting skirmish spread anyway. So probably really we want to do something else. Dynamite's 11 years. Let's not do that. Let's pause while we're looking at that, just in case that does get slightly rebellious. About to get dialectics. Central archives would be nice. That's taxation capacity. Because these are going to be inactive for a while, but they're just worth having. We do need to start dealing with our wood. Get more wood. Clothes, they're tending to deal with. Furniture would be an easy win. Yeah, well, we're losing a lot of radicals, I think, because I dropped the taxes. Which I'm reasonably certain we can afford to do. Like, we'll address some of these shortages. Like, wood, I think, is probably what we really want to address. That's going to fuck us. We'll give that one more tick, see what it does. Time to buy some wood. We could just buy wood, yeah. What I'd really like to do is buy some luxury clothes. We can get them off the British. And the Austrians. Anyone want to sell us booze? Austrians will sell us booze. And the Russians. Because we have a trade deal with the British, so buying off the British doesn't cost us. That's probably okay in trade routes for now. Right, get the railways going. The railways are going to be really useful. Because we can always raise the taxes again. Would just be nice if we can keep them at that slightly lower level. Because it is limiting our issues with radicals. Clothes and booze have dropped in price. Oh, we got it! We got it! Argentina, you can fuck off improving relations with us. We got it! We're going to wait for that to disappear before we do anything else, though. We do have an authority deficit, but we can deal with that. Do need some more ports. We'll let Rostov finish its railway, and then we're actually going to push those to the top. We just need that to disappear. Down you go. Come on, you know you want to. Should be good now. Yep. Which is good because it means we can build more coal mines. So market balance of minus 91. So we will get them up to 5. What's using lead in our market? Because I wouldn't be surprised if our munitions are actually doing anything. Well, they kind of are. We're just not really using it at the moment. But we will do. Oh, they're dropping another motor down, and they're doing it there. That's fine, I don't mind that. Where did we build our motor industries? Here. And we've got a steel market imbalance, but I think that's just because the steel mills are probably not operating at full capacity. They kind of are. We probably want to slam down another couple of steel mills. More importantly, choo-choo! Bringing all that coal in. Our little coal railway. With its little carton of coal. Choo-choo! Choo-choo! Lovely stuff. Railway's going down. I'll take that approval in the short term. Gives them a bit more influence. They're going to drop off anyway over time, so I'm fine with that. This is coming up nicely now. Still paying a lot for grain. I'm surprised they're paying that much for grain. But it is what it is. So it's still artillery that we're pricey on. We're actually short on regular arms. Let's do that. Let's do that. Oh, hey, Greece. How you doing? I do think we might be short on tools again. We're not yet, but we probably will be soon. Are we selling too much? I mean, we are, but we still have excess in the market. Like, we still have a surplus of grain, so we shouldn't be... Like, it shouldn't be pricey for them. Right, can we get some education through? That radicalizes the church. That radicalizes the church. Kind of need the church to like us a tiny bit more. No one in the government wants religious schools. What can we do that's going to make the church like us a tiny bit more? Don't think there's anything we can do. That might be enough, you know. But then we probably... Industrialists probably want it. No, it's still going to leave us with -1 opposition group. That's the issue. Don't think there's anything we can do about that. Brazil wants a defensive pact with us. I'm not actually against that. Doesn't Brazil actually have some reasonable armed forces? Yes. Fine. These are the tricky railways. Once they're out of the way, we're good. Because we might need to raise taxes again anyway. At least we're good on services now. Oh, good. They're building tools. That's nice. Tools is good. The nice thing about railways is it means we've got reasonable ability to spike these up when we need to. So we can make them more efficient. In fact, we should do so now before they're at full employment. Because that just improves its throughput. If we do that, we know it's set for it. Where's our sulfur? Here. You're now more efficient as well. So we've dropped more coal mines down. And that's going to help enormously. In fact, actually, that's what we should be doing, is we should just be shoving more government buildings down. Because one of our issues really is, let's remember, we're still short on taxation capacity. If we dealt with that, that would undo our losses. $6K. So if we get rid of that, we actually flip back into profit on the lower tax bracket, which is nice. And if we go for central banking as well, because remember, we need to generate a decent surplus ready for when we need to upgrade our army. But I think this is a good cue to essentially level out the country a bit. Oh, I want to go secret Popo. That's what we really need. Oh, shit. Oh, did Britain just bite off a hell of a lot more than they can chew? Oh, Britain, you be fucked. Good luck with that. I feel Britain might be about to back down. Oh, Russia's gone in with Great Britain. Chat. Oh, there's a world war developing here. Well, it's not just Britain now. It's Britain, Russia, and Italy versus everyone else. Egypt's gone in on Great Britain's side. Oh, come on. You could call us in if you want. Japanese are on Britain's side. This is a proper world war brewing. We're just going to sell guns to everyone. We do, I think, need to do this. Because I've noticed people keep buying tools off of us. Did Britain back down? No, the war kicked off. Yeah, the AI can invite to war. It's just very reluctant to do so. Damn, big war brewing. Oh shit, you know what this means it is. This means it is absolutely time. Austria, France, Germany are all indeed on the same side. Yep, while everyone else is busy. This does mean we need to put taxes back up. We kind of need to kill off some it's because we're using all our shipping for war. Yeah, I don't think they can intervene in this. Let's see if we can win this before we end the stream. So I think we are going to do that at least temporarily. Rest of the coal's going down, and we get all of that government admin down. So he gets there in 23 days. They're already there. We're all good, I think. I honestly can't see. Britain won't come in. If Spain comes in, fuck them, we'll beat Spain. Like, Chile and Co are like, yeah, we're staying out of this. Brazil theoretically could, but won't because they're genial with us and we've got stuff with them. Yep, there we go. We're good. We're in the clear. So we get one more coal mine after this. When that coal mine clears, I need to flip this to transport. And then I will check on the World War. Ukratina. Yeah, exactly. Right, that bit's won already. Come on, get that bit. Sorted. Right, now you need to flip. I'm sure you're going all the way fucking back. Anything left to advance? Oh, there's a tiny bit there. Right. Advance that front, please. Oh, good. This is nice. It's actually better. It does try and move automatically to the new fronts. This is almost built. 3 weeks. And we're going to flip it to rail transportation. One week. Now we get the steel mills and we get the government admin. And then I think we can start looking at ramping up our military. Right, how's the World War going? Russia is making inroads into Austria. The Germans and the British are fighting over here. Meanwhile, down here, the Austrians are smashing into the Italians. The Jaipur is trying to take on Austria down here. So those are our primary battlefields at the moment. Russia is starting to eat in on the Great Qing. Don't think the British are going to win against the Germans. Brazil wants an alliance with us. Do we want an alliance with Brazil? Yeah, why not? I mean, it's a bit of a shame, because if we were a bit better prepared, this would be the time when we should go to war with Russia. Because they are somewhat distracted. Right, well, that's annoying that that's on that, but I think we still have the balance on that, because they'll mostly be conscripts, I think. Yes, it's our regulars against their conscripts. Oh, we missed one! We missed one, chat. Argentina lives. Just for now. The famous and notorious diagonal pact between Brazil and Ukraine. Quite. I mean, we could just go straight after Chile. Can we integrate anything? Yeah, can incorporate that. Can incorporate that. Well, South Ukraine is looking good. Right, we do have a lot more radicals. That's all the people we just conquered, basically. What did we get in Buenos Aires? More wheat, some livestock, fish logging, some tooling workshops, a bit more government capacity, ports. Is the World War over? No, still going. Still going. Oh, there's some navy fights going on. Yeah, the Italians are getting spanked by the French now. The British are advancing through Tibet. We're about to start dealing with our taxation capacity. Generally speaking, I think we're in a reasonable place. Italians losing battles to the French, name more iconic duo. I don't know. We haven't had like a billion wars on the Isonzo, so I'd argue that is more iconic. I think. Right. But, chat, I think that is definitely a good place for us to leave this. We pulled this back. Did peace just fire? Maybe? Yep. Yep, it fired. What happened? Who got what? Did nobody get anything? No, look, there's still... no, Germany is out of it. So who's left in? Oh, man, the French and the Germans bailed on them. The French and the Germans just bailed on them massively. That's outrageous. That's disgraceful behaviour by France and Germany. Pretty much. I think the amount of war dead just kicked in. And because they didn't really have a dog in the fight, they kind of need to look at that a bit, I think. I don't think it's entirely kind of fair. I've got 8k of wasted taxation here. That's going to pay for our soldier upgrades to skirmish. Have we unlocked that yet? So we're already on mobile artillery. We can't go skirmish yet, so we should aim for skirmish next. I think we'll aim for skirmish next. After central banking. But we get our government capacity down. Bit more port capacity up because we could do with some extra. Although, can we flip our ports up yet? It would surprise me if we can. No. Probably should be able to demand war reps or something for long enough for the wars, even if it wasn't included. Yeah, I think there should be something. Chaco gets more rebels. Or we give migration and let them protest. We say when they can protest. Paper? Ain't nobody selling paper. We kind of need to up our paper generation. How are our paper markets looking? Yeah, let's double. Let's do that. Because we should actually know what we don't have and we should get down. Some universities down. And let's get some glassworks down. That is our sort of Q. Yeah, or a huge prestige would do it as well. I think there should be basically a minimum that you have to stay in, even if your war score is tanking enough, as long as the first person, or basically there just needs to be a restriction on when you can peace out as a secondary person within it. It's just too easy to do that at the moment. How are we looking on taxation capacity? Getting there. Getting there. Right. Is there a chance that everyone is not pissed off enough that we could get through? Ooh. Yes. Now, I'm sure the game is lying to me again, but... Right. I'm falling into just one more turn territory here, so we need to stop this. So we'll build that government admin, and then we'll stop. But I think we're in a good place now, chat, you know? I was slightly worried when we lost that, but we'll get that back. We will get that back. I want to get us up to 200. And I want us on skirmish. And then we're going to kick the shit out of the Russians. Don't care if they've got conscript battalions. Especially if we ping through National Guard as well. Drag in the Austrians. The Brazilians will come in. I think we can outpower project the Russians within the next 20 years. In military terms. We get this lot down. That sorts out the economy. And then we go ham on arms industries, munitions, and supporting our own war industry. We are short on tools again, though. We do need to address the wood shortage as well. Basically, we can double wood production there, which is currently 300. Kursk can also have wood. Right. Three. Oh, we got public schools. Still radicalizes the intelligentsia. That's really annoying. We need one more thing through the intelligentsia will like. Or... still pushes them to -10. We're not going in your customs union, Austria. Go away. Thing is, we could push for voting, but it's going to radicalize the landowners in the church. So there's just no chance of it. Because I'd like to get a parliamentary... I'd like to get census suffrage through, but we're just not going to get it through. Britain and Germany are rivals. Getting close to 0 unrealized tax. Basically, get all the stuff built in Luhansk. We're really cooking. So that should be incorporatable. That is incorporated already. I mean, fine. Right, we need to kill off Chile next time. Kill off Chile so that we can colonize down here. Fully complete South Ukraine.